Hello everyone, my name is Lynx and welcome to another deck profile, this time featuring Odd Eyes, and after building this deck I can safely say that it is safe for a human being to live with just one liver. This deck, which is known to be prohibitively expensive but not give you the best results, just received some new support in Cross Dimension, which may or may not make it a very powerful deck. That plus the new extremely pushed skill in the form of Jiangke and Jiangsheng can maybe make this deck meta, I'm not sure yet. We still need to see if the deck can produce any tournament results, but so far, this is what I built. Let's do the card by card. Starting with 3 copies of Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. This is the heart and soul of the deck, so running 3 copies is absolutely unnegotiable, especially since the new skill really benefits from having as many copies of this card as possible. Then we have 2 copies of Scrollcombat Joker. This is Yuya's new level up reward, and it's amazing, it searches your whole archetype, so run the 2 that you can. After that we have the 2 scales, Jiangke and Jiangsheng Magician. You never want to draw these cards because you can just pull them from the deck with this new skill. And 1 copy of Noble Dragon Magician. This is for some specific combos with Meteor Burst Dragon. Don't worry, I'll explain it later in the video. After that we have 2 copies of Odd Eyes Minotaurus. This is here because the skill needs 5 level 4 monsters to activate, and I decided that Minotaurus was probably the optimal choice. Some people are seeing some success running 2 copies of Second Donkey instead, but first I don't have Second Donkey, and second it's a bit weird because it can't activate the skill the same way that Minotaurus does, being an Odd Eyes monster. Then we have 1 copy of Arc Pendulum Dragon. This is here similar to Minotaurus because you need 5 level 7 monsters to activate the skill, but do remember that Arc Pendulum Dragon can't set the skills from the deck the same way that the normal Pendulum Dragon can, so you need to remember that. After that we have 2 copies of Spiral Flame Strike. If you have 3, play 3, I only have 2, so I only play 2. Then we have 2 copies of Sky Iris. Again, it's a searcher for the deck. If you have the 3rd Spiral Flame Strike, sub 1 of these, otherwise playing 2 is fine. And then we have some basic back row stuff. 2 copies of Book of Moon, 1 copy of Treacherous, and some basic back row removal in the form of Cyclone. Onto the extra deck for the level 7s, we have 1 copy of Meteor Burst Dragon for Gandora matchups, but you can also use it as an extender for your Xyz combos. 1 copy of Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon. This is a field nuke that can attack 3 times with 3000 attack, but if you're summoning this, make sure that you can win on this turn, because otherwise it's a huge sink of resources. After that, 2 copies of Volopharnigus, the Darkest Dragon Doom Rider. This is basically Odd Eyes Rhinoceros, and with that you probably already know why this card is so good. For the level 4s, we're running 1 copy of Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. This helps you summon Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon, but it can also just be a really decent level 4 to help finish games. 1 copy of Malevolent Sin, again because it's a decent level 4 that can help finish games. And for when you go first, we have 1 copy of Steel Swarm Roach. If you either don't want to run this card or don't have it, you can either run 1 copy of Abyss Dweller or 1 copy of Heraldry Patriarch for the Harpy matchup. And with that, let's go to the replays. Our first game is versus Magnet Warriors, and it's here to show you how devastating the Odd Eyes Rebellion combo can be if your opponent doesn't have any disruption. Our opponent is going first. He sets a card, normal summons Delta, mills a Beta, activates Magnetic Field to bring back the Beta, adds a Gamma, and passes turn to us. We activate Spiral Flame Strike to add an Odd Eyes to the deck to the hand, activate our skill by sending an Odd Eyes to the extra deck, and then Pendulum Summon 3. We then Xyz summon on Volopharnigus and destroy the wrong magnet because I misclicked. Normal summon Odd Eyes Minotaurus, activate Jiangke's effect, and Xyz summon Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon. Then we destroy the whole field and attack twice for game. Our second game is versus Neos, and it's here I'll show you guys how to do the Noble Dragon Magician combo that I talked about earlier. Our opponent is going first, activates Comfort Contract to the route 2, normal summons Connector, special summon Neos, previous Connector for Air Hummingbird, and gains 2000 life points. We then activate the skill to send our Odd Eyes to the extra deck face up, Pendulum Summon the 2 Odd Eyes, and then use Noble Dragon's Magician's effect to summon Meteor Burst, use Meteor Burst effect to summon Jankia from the scales, and go into a Volopharnigus. We finish by normal summoning a Mini Taurus. Our opponent goes into Grandiose, but we pop it with our Volopharnigus, then uses next to bring back 2 Neospatians, but we use Treacherous Trap Hole, and finish the next turn with our Meteor Burst and Volopharnigus. Our last game is just a standard going first game versus Stellar Knight. Let's see how it plays out. We instantly go for the skill to set the scales from the deck, normal summon Scrollcombat Joker to search for a Mini Taurus, and Pendulum Summon 2 Pendulum Dragons. We then go into Volopharnigus and pass turn. Our opponent normal summons Altair and sets 3, but we destroy with Pendulum Dragon. We then normal summon Minotaur to go into Axis Rebellion Dragon, but it gets floodgated with Pendulum Summon Pendulum Dragon and try to go for game, but our Volopharnigus gets Fiendish Chain. Our opponent normal summons Altair and tries to attack our Axis Rebellion Dragon. We try to Treacherous, but our opponent has Skybridge, goes into the Nap. We then try to use Magician's effect to go into Odd Rebellion Dragon, but our opponent surrenders. And we're back with the deck, and yeah, I feel like it has some real potential. Just don't mortgage your house to play it, alright? With that being said, my name is Lynx, and if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like and to subscribe. I'm out. Peace.